Hey, feminine. Let's go ahead, jump right into your reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right? Thank you. Thank you. What are the messages here, Spirit? For feminine. Information as to how to book personals with me, reach out to me, purchase any merchandise, etc. can be found in the description box beneath this video. Okay. All right, so we have fatal blow here. Malfunction. Okay. Peeping. It's the energy that it's giving me. So if you're like, why is blue Emin? Because I know that some of my clients, when we're on the phone and I'm like picking cards and stuff, and I'm like, they're like, oh my gosh, what? What is going on? The suspense, okay? Is what I'm seeing here that has me like, we got promotion channel, okay? I saw it, so I had to mention it. Caught intentions. Precisely. It's telling you before I even get the chance to tell you. All right? Like if you're looking at everything that's coming out and the order is coming out in, right? It's like you're able to put it together too. But we about to get into it. Let me move this over. Sometimes the cards like to stick. Okay. Underlying energy here is overload. Okay. Got two cards that came out together. Digital Whisperer and Contract. Wow. That's wow. Okay, so let's get into it, y'all. Let me move this light over because the candle is on and the candle likes to mess with the light. Is that still good lighting for you all? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if this is great lighting, okay? So anyhow, fatal blow, okay, tells me that something happened between you and this person that you're here watching this reading for. And this person or you, or maybe both of you, feel like whatever took place caused damage that cannot be reversed. It's irreversible damage here, okay? You and this person has some sort of conflict, okay? That's what the very first card says. It says irreversible damage is insight, and facing the conflict head on could have prevented total destruction. However, I feel like somebody decided to do something, but not in the way that they should have. So it caused the situation between the two of you to break down, to malfunction. Similar to that of a car. You know, if you on a road and all of a sudden, clink, 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 you're hearing some noises, the car shut down. You're like, what in the frick? Okay, now you got to sit there and try to read the manual. For those of us who really not into cars anyway. You have some ladies that really do know what they're doing. Shout out to y'all. You know, they daddies, uncles, whoever was teaching them, or they just have some sort of interest in cars. Shout out to y'all. You want to be friends, girl? They have some sort of interest in cars or what have you, right? So shout out to them. But for the most part, we don't know. So you're sitting here reading this book, trying to figure it out, you know, so it's something like that. Either your person has no idea how to fix what they've done, and they trying to figure, it's no manual, it's no book, it's no nothing that can help them. They are in the, you know, Bible might help them, child. I was about to say they in the Bible and they feel like they ain't getting no help, but the Bible might help them. I feel like, you know, anyway, child, moving forward. But, it says, hesitant to address the underlying issues, the cracks between begin to widen. Okay, so the cracks begin to widen. Okay, so in other words, this person being afraid of coming towards you and telling you how they were feeling about something, or coming towards you and handling something directly, caused the situation to become worse. Because they were afraid of something. They were afraid of what you would say. They were afraid of what you would do. They was afraid of something. So them being fearful prevented them from saying or doing anything at all, or prevented them from saying and doing the right thing, and it made it worse. And it might sound choppy, but if it's your reading, you understand exactly what I'm saying, because that's the way I'm getting it. Now, let me get through these cards, and then I'm going to break it down, okay? Peeping, okay? So because, again, they feel like something has happened between the two of you, irreversible damage. They didn't know what to do, so whatever they did made it worse, or they didn't do anything, and that made it worse. Now they just are on the outside of your life looking in. The two of you may not be speaking. Again, it's like irreversible damage. Whatever you did, you caused the car to stop moving. You caused whatever was going on between us to stop. So, you know what I mean? And here's the thing. You don't ever want to make somebody feel like, you know, like, how do I put this? like they're the worst of the worst person in the world, because it's just not true. We all have our ways. We all do things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm big on that. We're all human. We're all sinners at the end of the day. That's how we were born. You were born sinner, honey. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel. We were born in sin. Now, maybe you can be born again and then, you know, you're not a sinner anymore because you have that rebirth and, you know, you make different changes. And it's easy to slip. It's easy to make mistakes. But when you know, stay connected to source or reconnect to source, right, you find your footing again. Anyway, back to the point, because I feel like somebody needed to hear that. Maybe masculine is feeling down, you know, when it comes to their faith because of what's going on with this situation. They could be trying to, like I said, turn to every which thing, and they feel like nothing is working. But the reason nothing is working is because sometimes you'll give a person so many chances until they just don't have any more chances to receive. You know, like you've given them more than enough chances is what it feels like. And they just kept on going, kept on going, kept on doing it, kept on doing it. You know, I'm getting the number 10 or the number 3, right? So it's either you gave them way more than 3 chances, or you gave them 3 chances and they was on their last strike. That's it. You know, like, that's it, okay? So this person may feel like you're faking a funk, like you pretending to be happy, like you really upset with them. But I don't think that you're upset with this person. I think that, again, whatever they said and did just kind of really did it for you. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay? It says irreversible damage. Okay? So the fact that this person is acting like they don't understand, but see, that's the thing. It's because whatever you're showing up as, you could still be smiling, you could still be laughing, you still putting yourself together, you still getting dressed, whatever your routine is, you're still doing it. So they're like, hold up. Like, if you was really bothered, then wouldn't something be disturbed? No. Because again, when you connect it to the right energy, you're not going to lose your footing. You're not going to slip. Come again. You know what I mean? And even if you slip, you ain't going to fall. Okay? So it's something like that. Yeah. Like, this person may feel like you're keeping something hidden from them. You're dealing with somebody else. That's why you don't want to deal with them. They can't just accept the fact that they did something too many times. And the number 10 is here twice, because 2 and 8 is 10. 1 and 9 is 10. And I said I was getting that number. So again, some of you gave this person way too many chances. Over the course of a 10-year span, maybe they did something 3 times, 3 major things. And you was like, all right, that's it. You know, that could also be another way here. But it's just like, come on, y'all know I'm a girl's girl. I'm a lady's lady. You know what I mean? And I'm, listen, at the end of the day, when you give somebody a chance after chance after chance after chance, child, okay? Come on now, all right? So with caught intentions, they feel the space in between you. They feel like the two of you have not been intimate, because a lot of you haven't been. And let's just say you're in the same house as this person, or you're in the same environment as this person. You're not sleeping in the same bed. You ain't talking. It's like that. This person feels powerless in this decision making of what goes on between you. They feel like if you decide you're done with them and you don't want to deal with them, then that's just what it's going to be, and they can't do nothing about it. Again, with this keyhole here, it feels like they're on the outside looking in. They can't get in. I'm hearing something about changing the locks as well. So some of you could have really changed the locks. Like, literally, if you were living with this person, change the locks. This could also be figuratively. Okay? Now, the reason I got a good laugh out of this, the digital whisperer and contract, if you know, you know. No, but a lot of twins meet online. A lot of twins meet in the most, you know, non-traditional ways. Okay? And the thing about the digital whisperer card is this is somebody that meets a lot of people online. And they flirt with a lot of bodies, you know. So it doesn't make anything significant or special about what's going on between the two of you. So once again, that could have been the strike right there. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wants to feel like the person that they're with is for them, about them, totally into them is what I mean. You don't want to feel like this person has, you know, I mean, you can look wherever you want to look. You have eyes wherever you want to have them, but, you know, it's just the principle of the loyalty. Like, where is your loyalty? Where does your loyalty lie? Where does your love lie at? You know, what type of person are you? What type of heart do you have? What is your character? Because that tells me so much based on how you move, how you treat somebody, you know. And so again, this person could have been talking to a whole bunch of people online. That could be something that you found out was like, oh, heck no. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have a contract with this person. You met them, you know. There's this inner knowing when you meet your twin. That's number one. Then there's a lot of synchronicities. I mean, what they call it? Uncanny? Yeah, like out of this world synchronicities, okay? The other thing too, you'll experience a lot of the same things at the same times. You know, again, that falls into the category, in my opinion, of synchronicities, but to a different extent, a broader extent, okay? Or actually not a broader extent, but more like a more specific extent. Yeah. What else? You know, just so many things. We can go down a rabbit hole for forever, right? But there's so many ways. Like, you could be thinking something, your person will bring it up. Y'all didn't even have a conversation about it. The telepathic communication, you know, or just different things. You see their name all the time. You see numbers that remind you. Back again to synchronicities. So it's a lot of things that go on in that essence. You know, you'll start having dreams and start remembering things that didn't happen in his lifetime, etc. Okay, things that might be happening later, deja vu. You start tapping into different spiritual gifts. Kundalini awakening starts happening. So there are so many signs as to where you know, okay, yep, this is the twin. Because it's like everything about you shifts. And you never go back to being how you were before you met him or before you came into contact with him. It's never the same after that. So you always know who it is. Trust me. And I don't mean like, oh, yeah, you know, we had a couple great conversations and they put me on game about something. No, I'm talking about like you really change. Like, you almost become unrecognizable to the people that have grown up with you and things. They're like, yo, something's just different everything's different about you. All right. So back to the point. Well, all of that was the point. But back to this. So yeah, this person could have been in the energy of just being like, you know, this feels real, but I don't know if it is real because you're not in my face. Or this feels real because I don't know if it is real because, you know, I talked to a whole bunch of people and the conversations be popping. Like, who cares? You know, like that type of thing. Okay. When I say conversation be popping, I mean they be exciting, they be lit, for those of you who don't understand. Okay. It'd be a good time. Okay. So contract, again, you have this like soul contract with one another. Okay. That's true. However, this person may also have like someone in their life that they're already with, that they're talking to, that they're engaged to, that they married to, something. Okay? Something. All right? You and this person could have had whatever going on, and then you find out they have a million other things going on. Now you look at them like they're karmic. This person is in their head feeling super stressed out because, yeah, they have asked somebody else for their hand in marriage is what I'm getting, but you're who they love. And whatever they did here, they messed it up. Okay? Now, this could be how they messed it up. Because it's like, okay, you know you love this person. But because they're not in your face, you ask somebody that's in your face to marry you. When you notice who you want to be with, you notice who you want to marry. That's weird. So, that's like the last strike. That's it for you. You know what I mean? You're like, all right, you're not going to keep playing in my face. Or something like that. Everything like that. Because right here it says relationship strain caused by codependency and conflict. So I feel like there's relationship strain because of the conflict. The conflict being because of whatever karmic bond they have. Okay. Because now they feel overloaded by responsibilities. And that's how you know what it is. And this is why they're out here trying to be Casanova and talking to all these different people. Because whoever this person is that they were with, if it was not you at the time, had them very stressed out, very overworked. Right here it says, just look, this is, you know, Blue don't use this deck that often, right? Have you guys noticed? Nah, I ain't even gonna blow nobody's spot up. I ain't even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna just say I really enjoy being influential. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that and leave it at that. However, this card says deep karmic bonds bring responsibilities and life lessons, right? Now over here it says too many responsibilities and don't let the pressure slow you down. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is why they feel like you faking a funk because you too happy, you too this, you too that. Well, you're not with a karmic. For those of you who have moved on, you're not with a karmic. You could be with a soulmate. And for those of you who haven't moved on yet, you won't get with a karmic. You're going to get with a soulmate. Why would you get with a karmic when you know better? When you know better, you do better. Why would I get with a karmic to put myself back in a toxic or tough or strenuous cycle instead of just being with a soulmate who's going to love on me properly, who I'm going to love on properly, and we can grow and heal together in life? It doesn't have to be the twin. And I keep telling y'all that. You know what I mean? That's what you want. That's preferable, right? If you know who your twin is, it's preferable. It's ideal. You want the twin flame union, of course, because you're here for a mission. The mission of love. People like to try to put all this extra stuff on it. It's just simply love. And if you really know, like you're supposed to know, love is so rare. True love, real love, the world needs more of that. There's not enough. It's a lot of hate. It's a lot of animosity. It's a lot of fuckery going on. It's a lot of hateration. It's a lot of malice. It's a lot of everything except love. It's a lot of love, but you know, putting that love together magnifies it. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of evil, dark forces that team up, that tag team. Don't you think love should do the same thing? And that's the point of the twin flame union, you know? So whatever other thing you choose to do, whether it's some sort of holistic practice or whatever, is on you. But that doesn't have much to do with the mission. It's just about you bringing love, more love, a higher vibration, a higher frequency to the planet. Period. We don't need to overcomplicate it. Okay? And speaking of that, exactly, it's not overcomplicated, right? So thing about the twin flame journey, though, when it comes to getting there, yes, that could be extremely complicated. Okay, so just be mindful of what I'm saying because it sounds paradoxical. Okay, what I mean is exactly what I said. Okay, it sounds contradictory, right? Where you say, well, it's not complicated, but it is complicated. You know what I mean? I mean, when y'all together and you know, you're loving each other. Yes, there's going to be days where you may not favor each other the most, or you might get on each other's nerves, or whatever the case may be. But overall, you love each other. The love is real. The love is true. The vibration of the planet is officially higher. You get what I'm saying? That's what I mean. I don't mean, oh, well, what is our purpose? What are we here to do? Are we here to own farmland? Are we here to like open up a whole bunch of corporations? That's what I mean. It's not that complicated, y'all. Okay, whatever you want to do, you do it. That don't have nothing to do with it. Okay, as far as like the mission. So anyway, yeah, this person just feels overburdened, overwhelmed, overworked, you know, and it's like you're their true love or what have you. But whatever they did, honey, they did it too many times and you over it. They could have threw that in your face. They could have threw that in your face too many times. Like they want to call you. They want to see what's up with you. They want to call you baby, boo, and all this other stuff. And then turn around and be like, yeah, wifey this, wifey that, wifey this, wifey that. Child, go to your auntie's house. Who's doing this with you? All right, so that's what I get, okay? It says here, I used to limit myself to safe zones, but now I realize I must face the dangers to survive this. Okay? Our relationship, much like a machine, has developed cracks that need attention. Ignoring these issues won't make them disappear. Instead, it pushes us further apart. We've been stuck in a cycle of avoidance, resisting the necessary changes. So you could be avoiding this person right now. You're not talking to him. You're not dealing with him. Okay, and they're like, why are you being avoidant? Why are you avoiding me? Child, listen, when you done mention something so many times to a person, right? And they continue to do whatever they want to do. Are you really avoiding them when you decide you don't want to say it for the 50,000th time? Okay, I don't think so. Y'all should have seen how fast my head went to the side. Like, I don't think so. All right, the walls we built for privacy have crumbled, and now everyone knows too much. We need to rebuild trust before we can move forward. All right, so here's the thing. Whatever was going on with y'all, Karmic may know about it, okay? Especially for those of you, like I said, they got with Karmic after you, or Karmic was the one that they were with because you were too far, or whatever the hell the case may be. Karmic knows. Excuse me, and now they got issues and beef with Karmic, okay? It says, if you truly knew my soul and my inner conflicts, you might not love me anymore. I'm terrified you'll reject me if I reveal my true self. Child, you rejecting them now because they playing too many games. They not revealing their true self. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay, then we have, I'm sorry for only focusing on the messages we exchange, not the emotions behind them. I should have looked deeper into what you were really saying. See, it's like they didn't think that it was real because, well, it was digital or it was online or you were at a distance or whatever the case may be. This person just did not take it serious at all. Okay, they didn't. So that might suck to hear, but that's just the reality of the situation. And y'all know I can't do nothing but give you the truth, babe. I wouldn't love you otherwise, you know. It says, even without, I'm speaking it into existence, y'all. It says, even with this distance, I know we are never truly apart. Our bond is stronger than any obstacle. I'll cross any boundary to reach you. Well, I guess this person is speaking. They said, listen, I know that what I did caused some serious damage. I know that me not taking us serious or not taking you serious or anything about this as something that could really be a real thing, you know, serious really pushed you away, and I apologize for that. I want to make up for it. Now, it sounds good coming from Blue, but I know it would sound better coming from the person, because I'm not the one that did it. So you hearing me in this video saying those things for them, or channeling it through, you know, through me, okay, that's nice, but you want to hear it from them. All right, so here it says, I avoided talking about how overloaded I felt, hoping it would go away, but it only made things worse. Now the silence between us is heavy. So that's what it is. They felt overburdened, because if they were in a karmic contract, okay, and they were wanting to be with you, they just felt so much conflict, so much indecision, okay? Because again, responsibilities. If I have responsibilities, I have to take care of my responsibilities. I can't neglect them. But I want to be with this person. So how does that make sense? You know, like logical sense. It doesn't. But something is destined. That's how they feel. If something is destined, okay, does it have to make sense? So it says, passionate love and strong desire bring you fulfillment and joy. Destined to be together, your happy ending is assured. There's a strong, unbreakable bond. So yeah, they may have done some damage that's irreversible, but Spirit said, hey, if this car breaks down, you know you can always get another car. And I don't mean another person. I mean, like, the two of you can, if you can't fix this, then you can start anew. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay? Like, it's like renegotiate the contract, like that. That's the person is saying. They like, instead of us shredding up the contract, can we renegotiate? Can we renegotiate, please? Oh my goodness. We have the Lovers and the Moon. I'm going to shuffle it until it feels ready. It's not ready yet, so. All right. I called it out. I said it's not ready yet, so it said, all right, let me get ready. Like, yeah, deck, let you. Say, no, I'm just kidding, deck. I'm just kidding, deck. All right. We have the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Tower. Yeah, see, that's that fatal blow. Child, some of you distance yourself to keep your peace. That's exactly what it is. It keeps coming out like that in a lot of our readings. I mean, why else would an ascended person distance themselves from somebody they love? That's typically the number one reason, is to keep their peace. Okay? We have the Death card, the Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like messages just stopped. For those of you who this was a digital thing, messages just stopped. Okay? Page of Wands is messages or messenger. Okay? And then we have the Death card. So that's an ending. All right, Seven of Pentacles, somebody's just waiting. Waiting on you to call, waiting on you to text, waiting on you to reply. Just waiting. Three of Pentacles. They want to get on the same page as you, but they're not saying anything. They're not doing anything. Again, it's the hesitant energy, the hesitation. You know, you don't want to speak up out of fear of failure or rejection, but you also want to hear from your person. So then reach out. This person is peeping on you. They're finding ways to peep on you. Okay? Seven of Wands, and they wanted to come out with something else. Four of Wands, but they're determined to be with you. Again, they feel like something is destiny. So Ace of Wands is taking matters into your own hands. You know, if this is the situation, but I don't like it, I can either accept it as is or figure out what it is that I can do about it. Okay? And I mean really try, because the Seven of Wands is the energy of determination and not backing down. So despite how something looks, you could say to me, Kianti, no, it's not. It's a no for you. It's a no. It's a dub. I'm going to try again. You could say, no, I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again because I'm determined. You know what I mean? That's the energy of the Seven of Wands. Okay? It's resilience. It's persistence. It's not giving up. Okay? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so they're coming up with a plan as to how they can, you know, woo you, wow you, make you feel loved and special. Bring something to your awareness. Like, they're thinking of how they can really go about doing this. So again, for some of you, the person wants to propose. They want to be with you. You know, congratulations. Your thing, though, is, are you still going to be maintaining a million online relationships, because again, this person didn't treat it as if it was something special for that very reason. It was something that was digital. It wasn't something that was in their face. So how do you know for sure that the person is going to put in that energy and that effort to have you be in a face? You know what I mean? 6 of Wands. Because where there's a will, there's a way. And that's the energy of the Ace of Wands. It's the will. So it's like, if you want this to happen, you can make it happen. Don't look at it like, oh, well, it was online. No, it doesn't have to stay online. If that's somebody that you want, they can be right in your face. People do it all the time. So it's like, either you have results or you have excuses. But you're not going to have both. And so they can't be mad at you for distancing yourself from somebody who's full of excuses as to why something can't become a real thing. Okay, you know, 5 of Pentacles, exactly. So if that's the case, let me block this out because this is not real. And let me go and find the real thing. Or let me go and tend to the real thing because this is not real, right? Like, this person keeps making it seem like it's not real. 4 of Cups, yeah, so you reject it. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, this is passion. This is desire. The passion that they have toward you, the desire that they have for you, they don't have that for anybody else. The 3 of Wands. They still see themselves having a future with you, still see themselves coming toward you. This is why this is such a shock for this person. Fool card. Move this down some. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the 5 of Swords is the energy of sabotage, and the Queen of Wands is, because I gotta feel it to see what, you know, what's coming from it. But this is the energy of sabotage. You know, them feeling like they allowed things and people to get in the middle of what they have going on with you. Again, somebody over here is holding 3 swords. Whoever this person is doesn't even really love them. More than likely, it's karmic. All right, Queen of Wands, drawn to you, attracted to you. They just feel like your vibration is extremely high. You know, they know you're extremely attractive. So it's not like they're the only person who's looking or the only person who's interested. All right, and they're concerned even more because 10 of Pentacles is what they want with you. They want to build with you, right? But, you know, it's like they have responsibilities and all this other stuff other place. All right, and that's for some of you. Remember, whoever you are that we started with initially, you know, you and this person could have been living together. And I heard something about changing the locks. So again, that could have been literally like you changed the locks, they can't get in. Remember, with the 5 of Pentacles, it's like the person is sitting outside wanting to get in, and they could, because in different decks that we have, like one deck I have, the card is with the key sitting outside. So it's like the key is right there. You can get in if you want to, but you still sitting outside. And the reason you sitting outside is because of this fear or whatever the case may be, you know. Yeah, we have 5 of Cups and the Emperor. So there's regret here. There's shame. There's guilty emotions. Why does a person feel guilty? Because they had to put you in an energy of, oh, you or them, you or them, you or them, or something like that. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is typically about reciprocity. 9 of Pentacles. And maybe they didn't feel like they were on your level. They didn't feel like they could offer you something you would be satisfied with. Okay. For some of you, you might hear that and be like, girl, psh, but that's what they feel. They feel like they didn't have enough to impress you, or you weren't going to be satisfied with whatever it is that they did. One or the other. Now, is that true? Probably not, but that's how they felt. We got the 8 of Cups. It's emotional withdrawal and detachment, you see. So it's like whatever was going on. You see here, it's like, okay, let me put it to you this way. This is what I'm getting. Let me slow it down before I get it ticking. Okay? Let me go ahead and pause the video, let it cut to the other side right now. Once we back. So it's not going to seem like no time passed to you. But anyway, so let's get into this, right? So person was feeling overwhelmed with their emotions and their love for you. Okay, they was feeling overwhelmed with their emotions and their love for you because they were enjoying that. But keep in mind, a lot of them still had this contract going on, this karmic contract going on. Okay, because of the pressure that they were feeling, they could have lashed out on you, or they could have taken that out on you, like said something out of context, or child, I don't think it was out of context. I think they said it exactly how they meant it, and after the fact was like, oh my gosh, I really said that. Or they did something, and then after the fact was like, oh my gosh, I really did that. Yeah, because you was feeling the way inside of you. With that 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups energy. 555 is a tower. So it's like they did it to themselves. They brought the sudden shift. They brought the sudden change. They did that by whatever they was treating you like and however they was moving due to their own feelings of hesitation due to fear, insecurity, whatever it was. And that's not fair to you, okay? So, sorry for pointing at you the whole time. But Lord, you know, it's like this person, man, I don't know. It's like they did this to themselves and they know they did it to themselves. So at this point, the only thing that they should be doing or could be doing, in my opinion, is trying to make it right. Trying to rectify, accepting accountability. Don't sit there and act confused because you know exactly what happened. You know how you got to this place. Come on now. Okay, so right here, again, I avoided talking about how overloaded I felt, hoping it would go away, but it only made things worse. Now the silence between us is heavy. It's like I felt away. More than likely, it was the pressure of, I really want to leave this person and be with you. I really want to be with you. But I'm with this person and I got responsibilities. I really want to be with you. Like, that is a tough place to be in. That's a dilemma. For sure. Okay? And it could have really started messing with their conscience, you know? And they took all that out on you. And that's not cool. So, yeah, but that's what they did. See, the Empress. They took all that out on you. Sweet little old you. It's not right. Okay? Not right at all. So they projected. The moon. They projected their subconscious fears onto you. Ooh, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that with the throat and then this right here? They might be upset at you, or you might be that upset at them that you don't want to hear nothing they have to say. Take it however it resonates. But it's like my voice. Y'all heard that? Okay. We have the King of Wands and the Star card. Okay. That's all I can say about that. Because, see, that's a vibrational match. So here's the thing, right? It's like they know this is a destined connection because they feel like it's a vibrational match. You know it's a destined connection because you know, like I said, when you meet your twin, there's this inner knowing. That's what I mean. Look at their wands. They're both inflamed. They understand each other. They get each other. There's really little to no explanation that is needed when it comes to what's going on with the other one. How they're feeling, the moods that they're in, different body language, you know, like there's little to no explanation that has to go into that. Where you have to over explain things to a karmic and still feel like you're not being understood, you don't have that problem with your twin. Okay? So they keep daydreaming about you and fantasizing about you and wanting to know when the two of you are going to come back together. Ciao. Okay, we have this Eight of Wands. This is communication about, see, the Hierophant. This is marriage. Okay, then the Four of Wands here. It's like they know, okay, and this is even worse for those of them who were like engaged or anything like that, committed relationships. They didn't feel like they was with the right person. So, you know, I'm already engaged, I'm already married, I'm already whatever it is, and now I feel like this is what I want with that person. Of course that overwhelmed them. Of course that stressed them out, but they should have spoke up on it. Okay? They should have told you how they were feeling, you know, even down to the only reason I did this instead of that is because, you know, this was online and I just wanted to play it safe. I didn't know what you're doing online. You know, just be honest, be real, be open, something. Like, give feminine something to work with. You know, you want something real, you have to be real. Period. You know, it's not real because it's in front of you. That doesn't mean it's real. Just because you can see it, that doesn't mean it's real. Real is what you feel. That's what's real. You understand what I'm telling you? Not what you see, because the eyes like to play tricks on you. What do you feel? Okay? So, we have the Hierophant, the Page of Cups. They want to apologize for making you feel Ten of Swords, betrayed, backstabbed, for disappointing you. The King of Pentacles, they want to be someone that you can depend on, someone that you can trust. They want you to know they're very reliable. Okay, and the Five of Pentacles, this is them feeling left out. Okay, so them could be trying to call you. They can't get through. They feel blocked out. They have a very disgruntled look on their face, sitting here with this karmic energy, knowing that they really want to make this love offer to you, their divine counterpart. They have a lot of memories and flashbacks of previous lifetimes or just different times y'all had together this lifetime. They could also have child or children with karmic. That could also be another thing for some of you. That could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, the fact that they're engaged, the fact that they did this and that and all this stuff. It's like, well, you really are building a life with somebody. So then where is the space for feminine? So you removed yourself. When you remove yourself, now they want you to be present. Okay, and again, if this is not your situation, cool, got it, great. But there's a lot of people that can relate to that. Okay, so be mindful in the comment section. If you enjoy being here, just be mindful of what you say, because I do block people. I do. We don't keep certain energy here on this channel. All right, so we have the King of Cups. All right, King of Cups, if not Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, like we already saw Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we actually saw all of them. We saw all the kings, and yeah, that's because they're emperor. All right, so if this person is not water sign, fire sign, air sign, or any of the darn signs, child, then I don't know what they is, because you got to be something. Okay, so don't come in the comment section with the foolery. Y'all will be surprised what people say. No, they're not none of the signs. Then what are they? Weirdo. But anyway, they could have one of these things on their chart, none of these things on their chart, some of these things on their chart, or it can just be the overall energy. Like I said, when the time comes, so like, for example, the passion, the desire, all that they have towards you, the reason they feel so determined and driven to get towards you is because they love you. You understand? To get to you, to come towards you, I mean, because they love you. They spy on you, they watch you, they observe, you know, like I said, because they know that there's a lot going on with y'all. So if you're not telling them what's going on, or you're not showing the world what's going on, then how do you really feel? So like I said, they're spying, they're watching you, they're doing something. And a lot of them see when they finally come in and spy and check up on you, oh, you really are happy, oh, you really are smiling, oh, you really are doing good, oh, you really are this, oh, you really are... Child, is feminine supposed to sit around and just boo-hoo in a corner somewhere? And I'm not going to say you don't ever get emotional about it. I'm just going to say that you're spiritually mature enough to know that if something is meant to be, it will be. So what's the point of sitting around stressing? Okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're very grounded. Very grounded. Stress for what? Over what again? Okay. Not going to say you don't ever stress, but if you know that this is your twin and you know that it's destined for y'all to be together, no matter how y'all get there, whichever point of life y'all get to that, why are you going to stress about it? That's stress kills. You're going to take extra years off of yourself for something you already know that spirit going to work out in the first place. And for others of you, you know, if it's not meant to be with the person this lifetime, it's not meant to be with the person this lifetime. Either way it goes, you're not stressing it. Stress kills. You're not about to kill yourself over something that you can't control. That makes no sense. Okay. So yeah, we have the Tower. Yeah, this is just coming as a shock to them because see, we have the Seven of Pentacles. That's investing, is waiting. Is that the Wheel of Fortune? The Wheel of Fortune, exactly my point. If something is meant to be, it will be. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, heart desires. The Empress, exactly. So Divine Feminine, you already know that if something is meant to be, it will be. If you plant the right seeds and you nurture it accordingly, you will see things grow. So again, why would you stress? Okay, I didn't think so. I didn't think so, ma'am. Sure didn't. Okay, it was something I saw in here, y'all. And I just saw it twice, but if I see it again, I keep seeing it and then I keep going past it. Where are you? Because you wanted to be seen so bad while I was talking. Bad news. Yeah, this person, they don't like being blocked out. They, listen, I tell you, it was a shock. Look, deadline right underneath it. They feel like they missed a deadline or something. Okay? They feel like they missed a deadline or something. A rapid escalation of events causes panic and urgency. What are the odds that I will pull this? Like, because I saw it earlier when I was talking about the Queen of Wands. Look how far we've done come since I did the Queen of Wands. But I kept going because I didn't want to get distracted. And I kept seeing it. So I was like, okay, you have a message. Now, what is the message? This is what they want to say. A sudden crisis disrupts your plans and create chaos. That's the Tower. The unbearable truth weighs heavily on your heart. Five of Cups. Okay. It says, focus on what can be done now and not what has been delayed. There you go. What did I tell y'all? Break the cycle of procrastination with small steps. Thinks they're trapped in a procrastination cycle with no end in sight. No, they just, see, that's the thing. They act like they stuck in that contract. They don't have to be in that karmic contract if they don't want to. All they have to do is get up at it. But you know, hey, to each their own. It says, I feel you through everything. The news we heard, the pain we share, and the hope we hold on to. We are connected even in this dark time. Our relationship became another task to manage and we postponed us. thinking there would be more time. You see, so this person, they just like, they had so much stuff going on that they just looked at this as another thing that they had going on. That because it wasn't right in front of them, it wasn't that important to them. And now that you're not present, it's all they think about. Oh, it's important now. You want to rectify it now. But it wasn't important before. If it was important before, then it wouldn't have been nothing to rectify. You get what I'm saying? So I think the person is really starting to get it now. Okay, I really do. I think this person is starting to get it now. Okay. The person could have struggled with addictions at some point, guys. Okay. That's for some of you, not all of you. And them in Karmic resonated with that, like addictions and stuff. So again, you're happy. Your vibration is high. You're dependable. They feel like they lost you. They feel like they sabotaged this. They want to propose. They want to ask for your hand in marriage. There's double emphasis on that. But they feel like, again, blocked out, rejected, unwanted, not unloved. I just heard unloved, okay? Not unloved, but that's how they feel. Because, see, yeah, Queen of Swords, you're not playing with them right now. They keep daydreaming about you, fantasizing about you, something. Or this person is truly gifted, King of Cups, and they have visions. And when they see you, like peeping, maybe they scry on you. Maybe they do some sort of reading. Maybe they do something. As to where they look on you, they see that you really are happy, but you're not freaking with them. You're giving them the Queen of Swords energy. Child, they don't know how to feel. But it's like, again, who did that to themselves? Okay, yeah, Ace of Swords. So one thing they know for sure, two things for certain. They don't want to lose you. You make them extremely happy. Okay? Like, happier than they've ever been. And that keeps coming up. It's like, yes, I'm happy on my own, but you make me happier than I've ever been. Yes, I love myself, but when we together, that love is different. You know, like that. Ace of Wands. I see the Lovers poking his head out. Hey, y'all. And who is this? The Queen again? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. The two of you may have very similar beliefs, morals, things like that, values, like the things or people that you care about, you know, as far as placement of importance. The two of you share a lot of similar values and things like that. All right. But those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. This was a longer one, right? Peace and Aries.